My dear students, today I'm going to talk about interactive and immersive journalism through VR, AR and AI technologies. Earlier, I have talked about the concept of media convergence, which implies a phenomena where all mediated platforms or mediated messages or information will not be restricted within one particular media platform. Rather, it will transgress all the boundaries or distinctive properties or formats of one particular media outlet. Hence, media convergence can be regarded as the precursor of today's advanced phenomena of technological revolution, which are being used in news content or media messages or information interactive and immersive journalism. Immersive news coverage may be a genre of journalistic practices that allows anyone to experience first-hand knowledge of certain events or incidents or circumstances portrayed in news reports and documentaries. By utilizing three-dimensional and immersive technology as an instrument for visualization, allowing the viewers, readers, or the audience to envisage the virtual version of a scenario where a particular incident or news occurred, or it also gives intensity for experiencing the perspective of a character portrayed in the news content. Users can gain unprecedented access to sights, sounds, and even feelings. Immersive news structures allow users to enter a virtually recreated scenario representing a story. Video and audio clips from the physical world are used to reinforce the concept that to the users or the participants are getting more extensive and impactful knowledge or idea about the incident or news that happened somewhere else in the remote corner of the world. Scenario events that create interaction with the first person account can also help create a sense of presence. The digital technologies used in journalism today are fundamentally different from the media ecosystems that dominated this profession at the end of the last century. In recent years, digital journalism has been presented with new digital story forms using interactive and mobile platforms that expand the boundaries of storytelling and create new relations with the consumers as they are able to reach larger audience in a wide variety of ways. These new platforms have fostered a series of innovations that impact the entire profession from the moment the news is reported to the process of distribution and the audience reach at the receiving end. The 2015 Pew report claims that almost 2/3 of Americans now use their phones to follow breaking news. And this new scenario is gaining ground around the globe. In the rapidly evolving landscape of media, interactive and immersive journalism is transforming the way stories are told and experienced. This discussion will delve into the integration of virtual reality, that is VR, augmented reality, that is AR, and artificial intelligence, that is AI, in journalism, highlighting their potential to create engaging narratives and enhance audience interaction. By examining the current trends and future possibilities, we aim to provide insights into how these technologies are reshaping the journalistic landscape. The main objective of this discussion is to understand the changing dynamics of using AR, VR, and AI, new immersive technologies in journalism. This is to be based on 4 broad and highly pertinent catchphrases that are already afoot amongst the media scholars and professionals, namely storytelling, empathy, immersion, and interactivity. The rise of interactive journalism refers to the use of digital tools and platforms that allow audiences to engage with news content in a more participatory manner. This approach encourages users to explore stories through various interactive elements such as clickable graphics, videos, and data visualization. As audiences increasingly seek personalized and engaging content, interactive journalism has gained momentum, paving the way for more impressive or immersive experiences. In order to understand this emerging scenario of the rise of AR, VR, and AI in news production, it is mandatory to decode the terms and conditions on which the technology is addressed in AR, VR, or AI generated stories, and how people experience and react to immersive journalism pieces. This is a topic of some relevance in that it covers both cognitive and experience design parameters as well as components related to the generation of emotions and feelings such as empathy. Here, one of the main goals is determining whether the weird stories of other citizens produce different, stronger, or long-term emotional responses than those reported in previous newspapers and digital formats, and so increase audiences' understanding of particular issues. Now, I have to define what is meant by augmented reality and virtual realities through AR and VR technologies. VR technology is a specially designed digital environment that replaces our real world, in which the users can hear sounds and see artificial images around them as if they were inside it. It was mentioned by Angover in Automated Journalism Between Man and Technology, Moscow, Rhetoric and Communication. Virtual reality technologies simulate the environment as well as the physical presence and sensory sensations of the user. Typically, the user experiences virtual reality on a spatial handset or computer screen. Thanks to the latest technology, electronic glasses and gloves allow the user to experience the virtual world around you. A person using virtual reality equipment can look into an artificial world, move around in it, and interact with virtual objects. The effect is typically created using VR headsets, which consist of a head-mounted display with a small screen in front of your eyes. But it can also be created using specially designed rooms with multiple large screens. Virtual reality typically includes audio and video feedback, but can also provide other sensory and compulsive feedback through haptic technology. There seem to be endless uses for virtual reality. In virtual reality, users can ride a bike through the Himalayas, consider buying an undeveloped property, watch a 360-degree movie, or practice being a sniper. All virtual reality provides a highly interactive, immersive experience that places the user in a real life or fictional environment. Media and entertainment companies are investing in virtual reality and planning to make it the next entertainment platform. We believe that virtual reality could be the future of new media. Virtual reality has the potential to transform journalism, changing the way users watch, interact, and consume news from around the world. Augmented reality is an interactive experience in a real-world environment in which real-world objects are augmented with computer-generated perceptual information, sometimes through multiple sensory modalities including visual, auditory, tactile, and olfactory senses. AR can be defined as a system that combines three main functions, merging the real and virtual worlds, real-time interaction, and accurate three-dimensional integration of virtual and real objects. This experience merges with the physical world in such a way that it is perceived as an immersive aspect of the real environment. Thus, augmented reality changes a person's persistent perception of the real world environment, and virtual reality completely replaces the user's real world environment with a simulated one. Augmented reality is mainly associated with two synonyms: mixed reality and computer generated reality. So, augmented reality is comparable to virtual reality, but serves a really distinctive reason. The central value of augmented reality is that components of the computerized world blend with human recognition of the genuine world, not as a simple display of information, but through the integration of immersive senses. Augmented reality is utilized to offer an enhanced perception of certain events or news consumption and experience to the users. With the help of advanced AR technologies such as embedded AR cameras and smartphone applications and object recognition, information about the real world around the user becomes interactive and processed digitally. Now, I'll talk about artificial intelligence. It is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. It is related to the similar task of using computers to understand human intelligence. Intelligence is the computational part of the ability to achieve goals in the capacity to learn and solve problems, as per Webster's dictionary in particular. It signifies the ability to solve novel problems and the ability to act rationally, the ability to act like humans. Artificial intelligence builds and understands intelligent entities or agents in consonance with two main approaches which comprise both engineering versus cognitive modeling. The general goal of immersive journalism is to create a direct connection between content and its perception for deep immersion in the eventful environment of stories, reproducing the complete illusion of presence in the virtual representation of media events. The essence of the immersion effect itself is that it changes the observer's perception of his own position in relation to the media image, that is, transforms him from an external observer into an internal participant. In this case, a number of accompanying psychological effects may occur, such as a sense of presence, penetrating communication, participation in interactive environments. Currently, immersive journalism as a part of media production is going through a stage of trial operation and entry into the market of technical solutions. Therefore, many experts note that the need for a long-term program of interdisciplinary theoretical research to design new media extensions in virtual environments. The first is represented by experimental and theoretical studies of the so-called presence effect. This effect is often defined as a spatial communicative state of the subject which causes illusory sensations of the likelihood of an event. That is, the observers stay on the other side of the virtual reality display. The second, perhaps the in-depth area of research, is related to what the creators of early versions of VR called physical virtual reality. One of the most notable examples of the integration of AR, VR and AI technologies into journalism is the New York Times report. The publication has produced several VR documentaries that allow users to witness stories from different perspectives, enhancing empathy and understanding. Another example of this integration is Frontline's The Last Goodbye. This VR project takes viewers into the world of refugees, providing a visceral experience that traditional media cannot replicate. Artificial intelligence continues to revolutionize various industries, and the media landscape is no exception to this. Recently, India witnessed a path-breaking development as it introduced its first AI news anchor. This technological advancement raises intriguing questions and stirs debates about the future of journalism. Is this a significant milestone that will enhance news delivery and engage audiences, or does it pose a potential menace or threat by replacing human journalists? Let us explore the emergence of India's first AI news anchor, examining the implications, advantages, challenges, and ethical considerations associated with this innovation. Indian media group, that is India Today, made a notable announcement by unveiling its inaugural full-time artificial intelligence, that is AI news anchor, named Sana. This AI-powered bot presents news updates multiple times a day on the India Today's group's Aaj Tak news channel. The group's vice chairperson, Kali Puri, described Sana as bright, gorgeous, ageless, and tireless during a launch event, even attended by the Indian Prime Minister. Sana possesses a human-like appearance and utilizes text-to-speech technology to relay information fed to it as data. The introduction of AI-generated news presenters has been gradually gaining momentum since the arrival of the human-like chatbot in November last year. Earlier, in 2018, China's Xinhua news agency pioneered AI-powered male news anchors utilizing computer graphics. This was then followed by the introduction of their first AI female news anchor earlier this year. Recently, Russia's Soviet TV introduced Snezhana Tumanova as their inaugural virtual weather presenter. Now, to talk about the augmented reality in journalism, I must say that it enhances the real world by overplaying digital information onto physical environments. This technology can enrich journalistic content by providing additional context, visualization, and interactive elements. Examples of AR in journalistic practices include the Washington Post's AR features. The newspaper has experimented with AR to bring static images to life, allowing readers to interact with news stories in innovative ways. Interactive maps and infographics. This I should explain now. Many news organizations or agencies are using AR to create interactive maps that provide real-time data and visualization, helping audiences better understand complex issues. Now, the role of artificial intelligence, if I had to talk about, is like revolutionizing journalism by automating processes, analyzing data, and personalizing content. AI can assist journalists in various ways, such as content creation. AI algorithms can generate news articles based on data inputs, allowing journalists to focus on more in-depth reporting. Then, to talk about audience engagement, AI-driven analytics can help news organizations understand audience preferences, enabling them to tailor news content to specific demographics or specific requirements of the audience. Then, fact-checking and verification. AI tools can assist in verifying information and identifying misinformation, enhancing the credibility of journalistic work. Finally, to talk about the challenges and considerations or advantages of AR, VR, and AI technologies, I must say, with the integration of VR, AR, and AI in journalism presents exciting opportunities, it also raises several challenges. To talk about the challenges, first I have to mention ethical concerns. The use of immersive technologies can blur the lines or the borderlines between reality and fiction, leading to potential ethical dilemmas in storytelling. Next challenge is accessibility. Not all audiences have access to the necessary technology to experience AR, VR content, which may create disparities or disbalance in information access. Now, quality control. As AI becomes more prevalent in content creation, ensuring the quality and accuracy of generated news becomes paramount. To conclude, I must say that interactive and immersive journalism powered by VR, AR, and AI is redefining the way stories were told and consumed in traditional media landscape. As these technologies continue to evolve, they hold the potential to create more engaging and impactful narratives that resonate with audiences. However, it is essential for journalists and media organizations to navigate the associated challenges thoughtfully, ensuring that the integrity of journalism is maintained while embracing innovation. The future of journalism is not just about delivering news or producing stories. It is also about creating experiences that inform, engage, and inspire the audience, the readers, or the viewers.